trying to get our act together.
Howdy friends, this is Martha, and this is a what if I could have moment. We did not get vegetables planted like we wanted to, but our cousin and his wife did, and they have a self-serve farm stand, and we're going to head over there and see what they have. I know they have zucchini, and that's one thing we wanted. We'll see what else they have. So I thought I would take you along. But in the meantime, I'm not going to be on my phone videoing while I'm driving because I don't have a stationary thing to put my phone on. So I will cut the phone off, buckle up, start the van, and head out. On my way to the little self-serve farm stand, I have pulled into our post office in this little town. Some post offices have taken up the drop box that they have on the outside. They've taken those up, so you have to go inside. But I still like the convenience of the drop box. So I'm just going to slide over to the drop box, which is right in front of me. Going from South Carolina to Pennsylvania. Now on to the farm stand. I think there are things that are just starting to come in, but Dorothy thought that they had zucchini on the list. So, oh yes, beautiful zucchini. And the ice chest. Okay. The zucchini is what we came for, so let me get my money out. Now on the bottom side here, they have firewood. Cedar Hill Farm Self-Serve Farm Stand. Okay, we are getting the zucchini and a dozen of eggs. And so we will drop the money in the drop box. And thanks Cedar Hill Farms for their service and the girls that give us the eggs.
Now to get home and make supper. We're trying to get our act together.
We're not used to both being in the kitchen working, but we're teaming up tonight for supper. I went to the farm market today and got some fresh zucchini, and I'm going to turn it over to Dorothy now. She's just take it from here, and I'll be back.
Martha's going to be making fried squash sandwiches. Something that is delicious with that is cold farmer's soup. And we will be using bananas in that tonight. And yes, it takes bread. Some people say soggy bread. Trust me, it's good. Although Martha does prefer it with just bananas and milk.
Amen.
Probably want about 4 slices of bread. One memory that comes to mind to do with banana soup is my grandpa Simon L. Yoder. He loved banana soup. And after my step-grandmother passed away, he said if someone sees to it that he has a good lunch, he will make himself banana soup for supper. And so that's what he did.
When our step-grandmother passed away, he was not just a young guy. He was already mid-80s?
Mid-80s, yeah.
Yeah.
So his late 80s, early 90s, he made himself banana soup for supper. This farmer soup is good too with strawberries or blackberries. When we lived on the dairy farm here in South Carolina, I remember Dad kept a close eye on some blackberry bushes that were growing back in the pastures. And he would let us know when they're ready, or he would often come up with a few blackberries in his hat. And we'd go back and pick blackberries. Had to watch for snakes though. Never really saw many of them. I think it was a time or two that we did, but the birds enjoyed the blackberries back there too, so we tried hard to get them before too many of them got taken. You just crumble the bread up.
I just turned the skillet on. Let me turn it so I got room to work with cutting it.
I cut this banana in half, and I'm just slicing it now. When we were growing up, we often had cold farmers, banana soup, and hot dogs. That was a delicious summer meal.
Do you want all three of these done or just the two bigger ones?
I think 3.
Okay, we'll cut this in slices.
Since it'll be Buddy and I eating this soup, we're going to use Splenda rather than sugar. Pour some milk to it.
I'm removing seeds from Buddy's because we need to be careful with the amount of seeds he gets.
Stir this up. And we'll put the soup in the refrigerator to keep it good and cold until Martha's done with her part. So I'll just move out of the way and let Martha have the kitchen.
Okay, we have some there for Buddy that doesn't have any seeds or very few seeds in.
For some reason, the camera stopped recording, but we do roll the squash in flour before we put it on a hot griddle that has oil on it, and then we also add salt and pepper.
The skillet fries uneven, plus there's some that like theirs fried really, really hard, and then others might like it that way, but they shouldn't have it fried quite that hard. So, okay, I'm taking the last of the squash off the griddle. Probably should have been cut near that thickness than what I just put down. But this is something I don't make very often, and I kind of forget from time to time. We are ready to make our sandwich. We like the Duke's mayonnaise. It would be helpful to have a knife. Bread of your choice. Ours is a white bread though. All right, let's put some squash on the bread. There we go.
So here we have it, farmer's banana soup and fried squash sandwiches. We thank you for joining us in the kitchen today, and now stay tuned for the golden thought.
Hi, and welcome to the golden thought of this episode. I am Martha, and this is my very, very special twin brother Marvin, better known as Buddy. And the golden thought for today: write your plans in pencil and give God the eraser. It's good for us to plan and to prepare, knowing that God may have other plans for us. So just write our plans in pencil and give God the eraser. If He wants to reroute our plans, maybe delay our plans, that's up to Him. And we can have a peace knowing that we were willing. Sometimes the plans might change to our relief, but we can have a sense of peace knowing that we were willing to do what God had planned for us. We thank you for joining us on this episode. And with that, we'll bring this to a close. We thank you and God bless.